Hey everybody, Brandon here from CAD Intentions, and in today's video I partnered with BricsCAD to promote a new article that they've recently released. And I think you guys are going to really like it and get a lot of benefit from it. It's called 23 Tips to Accelerate Your BricsCAD Journey, and in it, it goes through a lot of useful features and tips that are unique to BricsCAD. But it's all written from the perspective of a current AutoCAD user. I helped with some of the ideas, and I think it's going to be really useful for you guys, and I hope you guys will check it out. Today's video is going to be a quick one, but I'm going to go over 3 of my favorite tips from the article and show you guys on screen how they would work in BricsCAD. I'll put a link below as well as up top to the article, as well as a link to get a trial of the BricsCAD software. I hope you guys check them out, and let's get going. Alright, so the first tip or feature that I wanted to highlight in this video is the quad. The quad is what BricsCAD calls a contextual menu or dialog box, kind of. As you can see here, when you select an entity in BricsCAD and right-click, instead of the typical right-click menu that you're used to in AutoCAD, by default you'll be getting the quad. What it does is kind of give you a quick access to relevant tools in an intelligent cursor. You can see here that by right-clicking, I can bring up modify, edit, and draw options, as well as a few more for this polyline. And by just clicking through the menus, you can do things like move, delete, trim, explode, etc. So you get a lot of the right-click options you're used to, as well as a ton of added features and buttons right at the entity that you're working with. So it can be a huge time saver, and it's super useful once you get used to it. As with most features, you can turn it on and off in the bottom right kind of status bar by clicking the quad text. So the next tip or feature I wanted to highlight is called the manipulator. By holding down on an object or entity with the left mouse button for a little longer than you normally would, you can bring up access to the manipulator. It won't display until you've released the button, but from there you're able to quickly and accurately move, copy, rotate, scale, or even mirror your objects just by clicking parts of the little manipulator icon, as you can see here. This can help you speed up editing, as well as adjusting your objects without having to click around or enter in any additional commands. That can be a huge time saver when you're doing repetitive or consistent adjustments to objects. And then the last tip or feature I wanted to highlight from the article are rollover tips. They're turned on by default in BricsCAD, and you can turn them on or off by clicking the RT icon in the bottom status bar. Rollover tips are really convenient. When turned on, they highlight properties from objects as you roll over them or select them. For example, if you pass your cursor over an entity, you're able to instantly view the layer, the color, in the case of text, the text height, without having to go to a properties menu. It just kind of appears next to the mouse. From there, you can click on the layer or the color, for instance, and change them on the fly, saving you an extra couple clicks and a lot of time over the course of a whole drawing, project, or a year. So like I mentioned at the start, I hope you guys will check out the 23 tips article for AutoCAD users transitioning into BricsCAD. I know I've had a lot of fun working on it, as well as trying out some of these tips as I start to use and try out BricsCAD as another CAD alternative. It's always good to know more than one software, and I've enjoyed my time working with BricsCAD so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll put the links up above and down below. Make sure you guys check them out, and thanks for watching. Cheers! Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my last video right here. And don't forget to subscribe up here to make sure you're up to date and you see all my new videos. Thanks again. Cheers!